Working on my second book and creating some other stuff. And so this was my office for today. And then it hit me that I'm actually here with my bestie and big sister, LaRonda. And it hit me as we were sitting there chatting that it was 1 year ago that my whole life trajectory changed. And then I realized I was actually wearing one of my favorite shirts that actually is my brand called Oop, Ain't in God's Vocabulary. Now, Oops and God's Vocabulary came to me when I started looking at my life success. You know, I'm an accomplished television editor, been in my career for 20 years, having a blast. And despite everything I had done wrong, every massive blunder, every embarrassing thing I had ever done, I would always go, Lord, I'm so glad you're not up there going, oops, I didn't see that fool get ready to do that. Oops, I don't have a life plan for her now. Oops, I know I'm God, but what she want me to do with this mess? She done jacked herself up. He never said that because oops ain't in God's vocabulary. So last year this time, actually on May 31st of last year, 2012, I had decided that because I was going to be 40 in September, that I would actually 40 days before my 40th birthday, post a life lesson on Facebook. And because I am not a procrastinator, when I was driving to work on May 31st, I was kind of talking to God and asking him, like, okay, what is going to be the most powerful life lesson I'm going to post on my actual birthday? And the next 4 words just upset my whole life plan. And he said, 40 days till 40, you're going to write a book. Because I'm a Christian, y'all might think that, you know, I surrender and submit to God's will willingly and happily. Yeah, you get to know me, you know I'm a hard-headed, I'm stubborn. So I told God, no, I ain't doing that. And I know that may sound strange for some of you really, really hardcore Christians, but I did. I really told God, I ain't doing that. First of all, 1, I hate writing. 2, I decided that 2012 was going to be my year of no goals. The only thing I was committed to was to have no goals, no dreams, no aspirations. Well, God didn't really care what I wanted to do. So for 3 days, he made me miserable. I couldn't sleep, I couldn't focus at work because I was still writing the book in my head. So one day I just woke up on June 3rd and said, you know what, I'm gonna shut you up. Yes, that's what I said, you know, I'm gonna keep it real with you. That's what I said, you know what, Lord, I'm gonna shut you up. I'll just write this, get it over with so I can move on to what I wanna really be doing. Baby, when I started writing, that stuff just started flowing out of me so fast that I couldn't keep up. My hands were literally, and I kid you not, they literally felt like they were on fire. So within the course of 1 week, I had dictated the whole book. And in 90 days, just like he promised, surrounded by family and friends, on my 40th birthday, I was holding 388 pages called 40 Days Till 40, Life Lessons from the Ramblings of My Unfiltered Thoughts. So here's what I want you to know. It doesn't matter what is in your past, what was done to you or what was done by you. If you've had abortion, God can work with that. If you've actually had failed marriages, God can work with that. If you've contracted a venereal disease, God can work with that. It doesn't matter. Because oops ain't in God's vocabulary. You are not, hear me, I want you to hear me. You are not yourself. That is the hardest thing. I've been there. Forgiving myself for what I allowed to happen to me, the things that I had done, the verbal abuse and the physical abuse that I stayed in for too long. I had to finally learn to forgive myself. And now I stand before you having a blast, baby. Life is good, and I want you to get there too. So until next week, keep training. Remember to hug yourself for me. And go get the book. It's juicy, y'all. It's on Amazon. And I'll see you right here next Tuesday on Tuesdays with TJ.
To get a free download of chapters from my award-winning book, 40 Days Till 40, visit www.tuesdayswithtj.com and click on Free Stuff. Plus, be sure to pick up your own Oops Ain't in God's Vocabulary t-shirt at www.oopsaintingodsvocabulary.com.